So today we're going to be testing out by far the coolest storyteller I've seen pop up on the Steam Workshop, Winston Waves. Starting on day 5, we get a raid every 1.2 days that does not scale with wealth. The storyteller has his own difficulty, and the enemies can have modifiers on them. We'll be doing the no pause challenge on 500% threat scale, and I don't know if threat scale actually is going to increase the difficulty of the raid size, but we'll see. And we're also going to remove adaptation growth, just in case this also affects raid size. I don't want to be rewarded for letting people die. We're going to create a fluid Adelina, meaning that we start with the structure, which doesn't really matter. This one's kind of funny though. Normally it takes a while to evolve your Adelina, but with Supremacist, it gives you the highest chance of getting some good precepts. Like, we actually got Slavery Honorable, which is really good. People are going to get a moodlet buff for every slave we have in the colony. Plus we get 1 development point every time we enslave someone. Also, we got arguably the best precept, Execution Required. It could have been Don't Care or Respected if Guilty. And if it's required or respected if guilty, you get development points every time you execute someone, which is really easy to do. And with required, you get a big moodlet buff for executing someone. So that's probably the best precept we could have random. As far as this other stuff down here, alien slavery is disapproved. I'm not sure why that's actually like a separate from regular slavery, but all this stuff is random and we can change it later. I'm gonna leave everything down here on random. The only thing I'm gonna change here is removing the required clothing. With certain custom clothing, it can give you an error and you can't actually choose your roles later. I'm not sure which of my mods is causing that, but I always just remove required clothing just to be safe. And yeah, all these rituals and all this stuff down here is completely random. Speaking of random, we're about to be able to choose 3 colonists out of 10. And this first person's exceptionally good. The Shadow class is a really good melee class. She is unfortunately locked at 11 melee, but we're probably gonna want to bring her. Even though she can't really do a whole lot around base, she is a deathly dodger, which increases her dodge chance by quite a bit. Next we got Shorty, who is also exceptionally good at combat by the looks of it because she's tough, although doesn't really have any good skills. She does have a bionic animal eye, which is more efficient than a regular eye, I guess. However, she is slothful, which lowers her global work speed, and she's a coward, so she'll run. It's annoying to micro that, and she is a harbinger though, which is exceptionally good at research, but slothful does kind of counter that out with her lower global work speed. Probably not going to want to bring this girl. She doesn't look exceptionally good. Let's keep looking. Next we got Isaac, a blood mage, which is also a pretty good class. It gives increased social stats, and he's a master diplomat, which also gives increased social stats, and Scrapper increased their construction speed, so it's almost certain that we're going to want to bring them. This dude does not look exceptionally good. Crackshot does lower their aiming time though, although Careful Shooter increases it, but increase their shooting accuracy. Perceptive also does slightly increase their shooting accuracy. They just don't seem that good though. We're just going to leave them for now. Next we got Adelina, a physically adept person that we could turn into a caster later. They just don't have any skills that we necessarily need that much, although they can build. And they have this trait Boundless, which I think gives them 40% cooldown reduction. So it's pretty good for a fighter class. It's just, I don't know how we're going to turn them into a fighter. I don't think we start with any magical tech, so yeah, I think we're going to put them at the bottom for now. Next we got Chance, a enchanter. Interesting name for this person. From what I remember, enchanters do get manipulation bonuses and they can do more damage in melee. They do have smoke leaf dependence though. I'm not really sure how good they are. We're just going to put them at the bottom for now. Demetra does not look good. Chemical damage to the brain, minus 50% efficiency to pretty much everything. This person's an Arbromancer, but we're not going to be really outside that much, I think. So I don't know how good this class is going to be. Oh, they can do research and we need a researcher. Let's just keep looking though. Halsey is an elemental gunner, which I've never actually tested out because it was not compatible with EO's combat from what I remember, but I'm using a new ammunition system this playthrough, so maybe that class could be good. Brave also lowers their mental break threshold, increase their pain shock. With this lineup, we are missing quite a few things though, like we need a researcher and kind of need a better medic. We haven't actually gone over Robino, who is evasive, increases melee dodge by 0.2, which I don't think is much at all. Quick Hands does increase their global work speed, but they can't really do any work. We need people that can do work, I think. So it's between Shorty the Harbinger, which is a pretty solid class, but Slothful lowers their global work speed. Chant could be really good because they can build and they can do research, and Enchanter does increase their manipulation and their global work speed, and they could be really fast at doing that stuff. But the Arbromancer is a pretty interesting class, and they start with 9 intellectual, so they could do research at the very start. Plus also they'd be a really good slave master, very intimidating, increase their conversion power, negotiation ability, social impact. Plus they'd be really good at converting people to our Ideologion. Isaac is already really good at social, but very intimidating, increases conversion power. And it's actually good to have 2 people that are good at social. You need a leader and you need a moral guide, and they both get bonuses from having high social. See, our lineup's looking pretty good. We got the Shadow class, which is really good at fighting. Isaac is also pretty good at fighting. Blood Mage is also really useful. And then Skilling can be our researcher slash Arbromancer, is a pretty good class from what I remember. So our starting tile doesn't really matter too much. I made it so there's an ancient broadcast station that spawns somewhere on the map. And we're going to skilling hack that with their 9 intellectual, and they hack pretty fast, 98% hacking speed. After we're done hacking that, we're going to leave the map, and we have 3 days till wave 1 gets here. I do believe this wave timer will reset if we settle on a new tile, and that's what we plan to do. But by default, I believe you have 5 days till wave 1 spawns. I made it so we only have 3, and we're going to get raided every day instead of every 1.2 days. So I made it a little bit harder in that regard, because we're going to have a little bit of a boosted start once we hack this ancient broadcast station. And there's also an ancient danger in the middle of the map that we could open. It's a little bit risky, but the Arbormancer actually might be able to clear it out. Although maybe never mind on that. We don't have elemental origin, which I think is their best ability. It will summon elementals based on how many plants are in the cast radius, and you can summon a ton of elementals that way, but she doesn't have that ability. She has the ability to target a plant, creating a pulsing attraction field on it for a brief period of time. She can blink to a target location. This actually could be pretty useful. Besides skilling the Arbormancer to open up the vault, and I did it in kind of a stupid way where the mechs actually were able to instantly attack her. They were not technically considered hostile mechs, so we'd have to clear that whole thing out if we wanted to loot, so I decided just to leave. We're now going to head north to this sealed vault, and that's where we're going to make our base. And alright, so we made it to the vault, and this is going to be our new home. It's a lot smaller of a tile, but that's okay. Luckily, this ancient point defense turret outside is not being powered, so we can just claim that and uninstall it. And we'll skilling start hacking this door. Since I abandoned the old base and settled here, we now have 3 days, I believe, till the first wave gets here. So we've almost got done hacking the door, and we built some beds over here. And we just set up kind of a basic camp. And we're now going to finish hacking the door with Isaac though, just in case there's turrets in here, which there's not. There's 2 more doors to hack, and there's also an ancient beating on something. Earlier there was a message that popped up that we were getting assaulted by the ancients, and they're trying to make their way out to us. I guess they don't have any ability to open these doors. So we moved everything in this room, and it's actually somewhat impressive now, which is nice. People got to eat in a somewhat impressive room. We also dropped a horseshoe pin in here, and people can do recreation in a somewhat impressive room. They get a 4 moodlet buff, I think, for both eating and doing recreation in a somewhat impressive room, which is nice. Isaac was kind of on the verge of having a mental breakdown. They're in serious pain because they have a painful scar, but blood mages actually can get rid of that, and blood mages are actually really cool in combat. So I'm having Isaac actually finish hacking this door just in case. And we got area revealed. And okay, it looks like this person is knocking on this vault wall over here. There's no turrets, which is cool. So it looks like we did get a pretty easy way out. We got a mad hair. We'll have Isaac use blood sacrifice, and that will start increasing his blood meter. Oh, he's attacking the rat we tamed. No. Bad. We need 30 blood. We get the blood sacrifice again. Use blood for blood on this hair, and that will suck its blood. The rat is dead, basically, which kind of sucks. We wanted this rat to help us. But yeah, basically Isaac uses blood sacrifice, which gives him some bloody cuts, but increases blood meter, and then he can use blood for blood to suck out a target's blood and give it back to him. You normally want to use that ability on bigger animals, but there's not that many big animals on our map. And I actually want Isaac to potentially tame them with his 11 animals. We could use that animal to kind of draw aggro for this ancient who is destroying this vault wall, and I'd rather have them not. So let's have Skilling get in here and start hacking this door on the left. Looks like Isaac's cut actually healed itself. They did heal a little bit of their scar. It was at 19% pain, I think. Now it's only 16%. But once we start using blood for blood on bigger animals, then this will start going away quicker. Do also keep in mind, we only have 17 minutes till our first wave, and I think we started with 48 minutes when we got here. So we don't have that much time. Like, we barely probably will be able to hack this door, and then the raid's gonna be here. I will say these doors are all powered though, so we can have Isaac explore these other rooms. Start by exploring down here, I guess. Might as well. We can claim these doors. And we got a hydroponics farm in here. Okay, we can grow our own plants, and that's gonna be good for our Arbormancer actually. It's gonna be really helpful for them. Up here we got a power room with ancient bio battery tanks. We can put corpses in here of humans potentially, and they can generate power. That's pretty cool. Humans are animals, probably raiders though, because we're gonna be getting a lot of those. And we got a recreation room, very nice. And it leads to another room, which is going to give us a cooking station, leading to another room. And there's a ton of meals in here, very nice. And a cooler. As far as this door, I think we can reconnect it to other power. There's no option to connect it to power, so we need to build some power lines going this way. Isaac, get on that, or find some steel first. Alright, wait, we have another room that actually could have some steel in it. We got a hermetic crate in here, which could have something good. We got some input terminals that I think we can just deconstruct. I don't know if there's any purpose of them. We can uninstall them for some reason, but yeah, they don't really seem like they do anything. Station with buttons and levers. And Rat 2 died, unfortunate. But yeah, if I click on these terminals, there's nothing that I can do with them. So we'll just deconstruct one and it will probably give us steel, I'm guessing. We'll use that steel to build power lines so we can power this door. And reconnect the door. And what is behind the door? Some beds. These ancient beds are 100% rest effectiveness, 0.7 comfort. I think they're better than the beds we have. We should move them to separate rooms so people have their own rooms that they can sleep in. They're not sleeping in barracks. This one's actually somewhat impressive, even though it's next to this ancient geothermal plant, which is kind of interesting. And this dining room is very impressive. We should have that be someone's bedroom as well. So we got 25 seconds until wave 1 gets here, and we're gonna have Blaston open up this door. Oh, and there actually is turrets inside. I was not expecting that. I should have had Isaac open up the door if that was going to be the case. But yeah, this person gave up on... Oh, it looks like these guys are actually going to attack the turret for us, which we don't really want. Actually, let's deconstruct that power line. And hopefully the turret will lose power. It's not. That's lame. We actually wanted that turret. And it destroyed the nanite dialyzer. Wow. That could have been played so much better. I don't know why deconstructing that power line. Oh, there's another power line that's going down here. And they're jacking the super nanites. Wait, what the heck? Wait, this person went down? What the heck? Well, they have extreme malnutrition. So that was a weird series of events. We lost all the super nanites. We actually lost power to these doors as well. So we can't chase them unless we had someone blink out. We could have actually had someone blink out, but yeah, we'll have to actually do that right now because we have no power to these doors. We have to build a power line here connected to the geothermal thing, but there's no way to get into this room right now because this is not powered. Well, thankfully Blaston has Shadow Walk, which allows him to blink, and we do have to do this kind of fast in case we want to save this guy. He is at malnutrition extreme 85%. It's taking her a while. She does not have the best construction by the looks of it. She has 0. I should have had skilling do it. They have 4. I also chose to deconstruct the dining chair, which is a lot harder to deconstruct than these tables, so kind of a double fail there. Malnutrition's at 87, so we're fine on that as long as we can grab the steel and then Shadow Walk to Isaac. Nice. And bring the steel to him. Oh wait, she blinked back. At least we dropped the steel in time though. Now Isaac's door is open, and I guess these doors are all open too. Yeah, this power system was not connected to the geothermal plant. It was connected down this way through this room, I guess, and up this way. But yeah, we shoot out here and rescue this guy. He's got 89% malnutrition. We'll capture him. There's no turrets in here left, right? Yeah, we should be fine. Well, now Blaston start feeding him. He got up to 94% malnutrition, so that was kind of close. Dude was lucky that we got in there when we did. Although he's not going to appreciate it too much because he's a part of the Ancients faction, which is not recruitable. Recruiting is forbidden. So we have to convert them to our ideologion before they will join us, which is really easy to do actually. They have a global certainty loss factor of 300% due to their volatile trait, so it's actually not going to take long to convert them at all. And already, so with 5 minutes left to wave 2, we're going to finish opening up this other door, and there's pretty much nothing useful in here by the looks of it. Just a bunch of ancient garbage that I don't think has any purpose. Oh, and yeah, we're getting a ton of certainty lowered by having skilling talk to Girador. That was almost 30% certainty for only talking to them once. It's going to be very easy to convert them, and they could be exceptionally good. I haven't really gone over their traits and stuff, but they have 9 shooting in melee with the burning patch for melee. Volatile does just increase their mental break threshold, so they're not very good in that regard. Super immune just increase their immune gain speed, and fun loving makes them enjoy parties more. But they do have superpowers. They can convince the animal to join us once per day, I guess. There's actually a mega sloth on our map, so that could be pretty useful. His weakness is toxin intolerance, which increases toxic sensitivity by 100%. That's not too bad. And okay, so wave 2 is here, and I was actually not paying the most attention. It's gonna go for our animals first, which is fine. These Revians are really powerful in melee too, so it's not ideal that, you know, they're just gonna mop up our animals, which is fine. These animals kind of suck anyways. We're gonna have Isaac use blood for blood on one of the Revians. It's gonna start sucking your blood. And Blaston has this ability Shadow Strike, which she can use out of line of sight, and it will give her, okay, actually just teleport her camera. It does give her, oh god. Is she Shadow Walk over that way? Shadow Walk, okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of camera movement going on. Hopefully this turret doesn't go down. I meant to build a door here, but yeah, it's kind of a yikes. Let's use, I'm not sure, 58% on the turret. 55, we should be okay. Just getting lit up pretty good. 46. 30. 38. And we knocked her out. And she was really good. She was tough. That sucks that the turret finished her off. Oh, we got a dude that joined us. That was our random reward. So with the no pause challenge, you actually can't choose your reward, I don't think. I did a practice run and it was bugging out when I was trying to choose my reward. So yeah, it's gonna be completely random what reward we get, but looks like we got a good one today. Assuming this guy's good, which he does not like that good. He's a bladesman who does not like to do melee really, but he's boundless, so he gets cooldown reduction. Can do crafting, art, and mining. He likes losing animals. Well, he'd be a perfect addition to our colony because we also like losing animals. We just lost every animal basically, which we could save them, but they kind of suck. Ezekiel can't really do anything that we need around base right now, so we're going to potentially do an operation on him to give him superpowers. There's a 43% chance of failure, but the dude's not crazy good anyways, so we might as well just do it, I think. It is going to take 5 days, but in the future we can improve the chances of operations going successful if we do explore other vaults and bring like more super nanite centrifuges back to our base. And okay, we got 16 seconds till wave 3 is here. A little update on our prisoner. He is about to join us pretty soon, so we talked to him one more time, and he does have 0 resist and will, so we're going to easily be able to recruit him. Here comes the raid. It's by 3 people this time, and we're going to get Isaac out here, who did get some upgrades. We took this dude's recon chest piece, plus he has a bowler hat, so he's got some head protection as well, which is nice. And I'm not sure if this setup right here is going to work for this turret, but we're going to try it out. And then Blastin also got a Chitin Ikwa, which is pretty good. Even though it's poor quality, it does 10 DPS, 14% armor pen. And I didn't really go over Shadow Strike. We were kind of in a pretty intense situation there. But we can use Shadow Strike on anyone out of line of sight. And we get to hit them a bunch based on how fast the weapon is. And it will blink back to the target. It's a really good ability, especially early on when you're only getting raided by a few people. And okay, it looks like this setup's actually working for us. This dude down here is also a faceless, so we got to be careful of that. We're probably just going to want to Shadow Strike them because they can possess people. And I'm playing with RimWorld Magic on hard mode. Looks like this dude's only got 8 hours left. They are a Chain Warden, which is a melee class. It would be nice to Shadow Strike this dude, and then this guy would run. We could actually turn the turret off, hold fire. We could just repair it. Just have Isaac repair it. They can't see him because there's an embrasure over here, which the turret is shooting through. Not sure if it's hitting the door as well. Looks like this dude's coming in. They're going to go for our animals, which are sleeping, or if people are... Okay, let's Shadow Strike. It's actually back up. And we killed that person, and these guys are not running, unfortunately. Blastin', I'm not sure if they're invis. Okay, looks like this dude's not going to run. They're going to bleed out though eventually. We could just wait for blood loss to get to 60% and they'll go down. Do we want a Chain Warden, which is a decent melee class, I think? It lowers mental break and increases melee hit and increases pain shock. I think they'd actually be better than Ezekiel, to be honest. But I don't know, we don't really have any other prisoners that we're trying to recruit right now besides Gyrodor, who's about to join us. So might as well just pick this dude up and just let him get blood loss. We'll have to wait here for a little while longer, but that's alright. A Blasting could actually just blink out of here. She can use the blink ability. Shadow Walk will appear behind someone, but then it blinks back. But with blink, I don't think you need line of sight. Yeah, you don't. Nice. So she can just go and do whatever. White Porpoise is going to keep hitting the turret until they get blood loss. Isaac is not in the best mood though, so sooner than later would be nice. White Porpoise. It looks like they actually are about to go down. 56%. 59. And... boom. Extreme. And we got a stone drop. So the first reward was a wood drop. I forgot to talk about that. And that was a stone drop that dropped us 250 granite blocks, which are really useful actually. We can make some really nice walls out of that. We also hacked one of our last rooms. We got a broadcast station, which can be used to reveal the location of another vault. And mainly we can get more gene tailoring pod add-ons for that and more super nanites. I'm not sure how many we need per operation, but yeah, that raider jacked 10 of them and we only have 1 left. Plus there's 4 right now in our gene tailoring pod. There was 5 when we started the operation, so I think it's just 1 per operation. But yeah, we still got this large locked door over here, and Skilling is going to get to work on hacking that. Or actually, we're going to have her chat with Gyrodor, who is ready to be recruited. I'm almost certain they will join us here, because yeah, they have 0 resist and 0 will, and Skilling is very persuasive. Oh, and speaking of these ancients, by the way, there should be some crypto sleep caskets somewhere in this vault. They should be back here somewhere. And there we go, Gyrodor joined us. They're in a pretty bad mood because they have a really high mental break threshold with volatile. They also need some clothes. We need to make them some basic clothing. Oh, we can actually give him White Porpoise's armor. We want White Porpoise to be in a bad mood because there's a chance they can have a full mental breakdown and they'll lose a lot of certainty in their ID Legion. I think it's like a 50-50 chance that they either go berserk or lose certainty in their ID Legion. But yeah, this dude has clothing now. Let's use animal speech now on this Mega Sloth. And it did tame it. Wow. That was easy. As far as its genetics, they're pretty average, about 100% on everything that really matters, so that's cool. And it is a pack animal, which is nice. I saved those 3 alpacas because if we go to a new vault, we're gonna need some pack animals to bring all that stuff back. So yeah, that's really nice. That thing joined us. We're gonna try to train it up its guard now so we can have it not flee when we get raided. We can actually have it be useful. Alrighty, the next day's raid is here, and we're gonna summon some plants using Elemental Origin. Summoned a lot of these little elementals, and we're gonna use them to hopefully defend us. Skilling did get to level 3, so we're able to put 2 points into Elemental Origin to learn it. We should probably just watch what's going on here. Looks like this person's dead. Oh, and they're fleeing. Okay. That ability just did the raid for us, basically. This dude looks like he has a cool helmet, or I don't know what's going on with his head. Oh, he's a new race, the robot race. He's got red haze, which is pretty cool. We should actually get out there to take him out. Blastin', can we use Shadow Strike on him? Shadow Strike? Ah, he got out. Lame. But yeah, so as you can see, that ability is pretty powerful. We're going to put 1 more point into Words of Binding to increase the duration, and then we'll just max it out once we can. So we hacked what I thought was going to be the final room that we had to hack, but it looks like there's 1 more door that we have to hack. And it's actually a pretty good one because there's a bunch of these ancient crypto sleeve sarcophaguses that are empty that we can just deconstruct. And we can use that steel to make traps for this next wave, which is a boss wave. It's 4 Thrombonians, which are extremely powerful, and they're all going to have charge weapons. So we're actually going to get to work on deconstructing these sarcophaguses. One of them actually does contain an ancient as well, but we first have to hack it, or we could actually attack it and then it can blow up. We got a monsoon. Strong rain falls from thick clouds. It extinguishes fire and makes movement, as well as usage of ranged weapons near impossible. I don't think that's going to affect us inside right now. At least one would assume that's the case. And alrighty, so the raids here, they are loggers apparently. They just want to log wood and leave, I guess. We'd like to go out and kill them though, because they have charge weapons. It's actually kind of lame that they're not going to charge our base. This one is biocoded though. Looks like they're all biocoded. Okay, so maybe we don't care actually. So we're going to blast in Shadow Strike one of them over the wall, whichever one's the best. This one's a Technomancer actually. Swordsman though. Let's go for the Technomancer. This person's pretty close. So they're going to start hitting them. And then let's also use Elemental Origin on just like this right here. And then hopefully these elementals will just knock them out. Whale has 9 hours left. They got Nightshade Toxin as well. 5 hours. Ah, they're dead. Get them, elementals. Don't let them leave with our wood. Thrombonians have planting bonuses as well, so they are exceptionally good at chopping wood. And we'll actually take that wood. Thank you guys for chopping that down for us. So he's got 11 hours. These elementals are beastly. Oh, we knocked him. Excellent. We got a stone drop. I didn't see what we got from yesterday's drop. But yeah, we should get out here immediately to arrest this guy. If we use Shadow Walk, then we arrest him before he can get back up. Oh, nice. We got him. Arrest him. No. Wait, they beat him back down? But I think since he was our prisoner, technically, there was no chance they could have killed him. And yeah, Thrombonians are extremely powerful. They have 120 HP on their torso, so they have 4 times more HP on their body parts. They do have a much higher value than normal people with a 4,500 base value if you are using my patch mod. I think without it, they're pretty low value from what I remember. Like, I had to actually go in and manually edit it. And 4,500 might even be too low. I should maybe increase it to 5,500 because that's the value of Dragonians, I think. Either way, his value shouldn't matter because I don't think these waves are based on threat scale at all. I think they're just increasing in size every time. This was a 207 threat point raid. The next one is just going to increase by like 40 threat points, I think it is. The dude does have a 25% global certainty loss factor, which means it's going to take a long time to convert him. But we probably should do that just because he likes to be nude. And he's going to get moodlet debuff if we give him clothing, which is bad because he's an exceptional fighter. 18 in melee, is locked to 18, so it will never cap out. But he is also a swordsman, which increases melee hit and dodge. It looks like he might be our best medic. Healing Hands increases medical ability as well. I think our highest medic right now is like 3. As far as the other traits, Abrasive lowers his global certainty loss factor, as does Too Smart. So that's why we got that 25% global certainty loss factor. But we will still convert him, then we'll recruit him. He does have 17 resist. So we got 30 seconds till our next raid. It's 3 merchant guards, 1 persona nexus, I don't know what that is, and 1 mechanant. If possible, we don't use our summon plant ability because that costs a lot of mana, and it gives skilling arcane weakness, which makes her sick for like a day. It's not like the most ideal ability to use. What are these guys looking like though? They're androids from the new android faction, and I don't know how powerful they are. I was saving these traps for a raid like this, I guess. We'll just use them on this raid. And as far as... okay, that dude died at the traps. We could just let this guy die to the turret maybe. It's on hold fire. This guy's going for... I don't know what, our alpaca, I guess. Sit out here is a troubadour, which is a really good class, I think. Be nice to knock that guy out potentially. Let's use Shadow Strike on Gin, this dude out here. We should be able to light him up pretty good. Alpaca 3 died. And that guy got absolutely annihilated. Looks like they're gonna run. Blastin is now level 5, and we spec into Shadow Strike 5 points, so we get invisibility whenever we use it. And we apply a poison in a splash radius. It's not a very big radius, but it is pretty useful. And she also does have Nightshade, which can poison her attacks as well. Forgot to turn that on. It does reduce stamina regeneration though, but I think it's actually maybe worth. And as far as the reward, we got an excellent weapons drop. Now we just gotta go find it. Oh, here we go, I found the weapon. It's hard to see inside all the trees. Oh, and there's a lot of weapons actually. The Chaperone. It's a shotgun that does quite a bit of damage by the looks of it. We also got a Bone Pila, which is blunt, so it deals extra blunt damage, but it deals 80% less damage. So if you remove that modifier, it's going to deal 5 times as damage, I think. This jackhammer actually could be pretty useful though. 80% increased mining speed. We got a bolt action rifle as well, which has another blunt enchant on it. We can remove these blunt enchants. And okay, this raid is actually attacking from a kind of a bad side. We don't really have a whole lot of time to react here. Actually, it looks like we're okay. These guys are really grouped up, by the way. We can use Shadow Strike. Never mind. Right as I said that, they stopped grouping. These guys are actually grouped. Use Shadow Strike right here. It's gonna apply poison in an area. And they're running. That was kind of anticlimactic. I will say wave 8 looks a lot more terrifying in terms of like their tier. That was a really low tier raid. And alright, we hacked the final room. Oh, it looks like the experiment was successful. Ezekiel gain power matter phasing, but they're also now blind, which kind of sucks because they are a melee fighter. Being blind is going to really hurt their melee ability. Matter phasing allows them to phase through walls for 10 seconds. Let's try it out. Matter phase. You just walk through walls. But you have to walk through. What is going on here? Oh, they have to move really slow by the looks of it. What happens if they phase out? When they can be stuck in the wall, but then you just take them out of combat. That's really weird. It's got a really low cooldown though. We could also try to do another operation on them. There's a 53% chance of failure though, because they do have these powers. Should we just do it again? I mean, that doesn't seem like the greatest power, and they're not that good, and they're blind now anyways. Let's just do it. See, the operation is going to take another 5 days. We could hack the location of another vault to, you know, change that around. We'll first have Skilling hack this Crypto Sleep casket. We did finish opening up this final room, which has an ancient workshop in it. We can actually make a lot of things here. We can make mini turret packs, which require 1 component and 40 steel and 6 crafting. We should make everyone one of those, I think. A tool belt also increases construction speed. We should make that for Isaac. He's our main builder. We should also make him a hammer, just like out of wood. That also increases construction speed. For wave 8, I'm not sure if we're gonna have to do anything because we got a psychic ship crash on our map, which was a fat one. It's a 2000 threat point psychic ship, which I didn't think that, what the heck is that? Pebblemint is outside. Ah, crap. Oh, that's a yikes. We can actually summon the Mega Sloth inside. Let's use summon the Mega Sloth. It's the only thing I really care about, to be honest. The rest of the animals I don't really care about. So yeah, Blastin has yet another useful ability, Summon. The Shadow class, just proving its infinite utility. And the Mega Sloth went outside. What the heck? I thought we summoned it inside. Did it flee outside? Okay, summon it again. Oh, and they woke up the max. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we should be able to tend this Mega Sloth. Not sure what happened. Why it got teleported back outside. I'm not really sure, but either way, I don't think we have to fight these guys. I think they should go for these mechs, maybe? Because they are a hostile force that's outside. It looks like they're not caring about them though too much. We also should probably just finish these guys off. Shadow Strike on that. Kill 2 of them. Go for this guy too, maybe. And blink back inside. Yeah, let's just use it on day Dion. And there they go. They're running. Unified God comes. What is this? Whoa. A young man who would become a god is powerful enough to defeat any demon. Handling skill requirement of 10. Wildness 99%. Has a value of 8,500. And the spine has 275 health. So this is a new mod. It adds demons from the Megami Tensei series. And they are difficult to tame, but they are a solid fighting force. And do keep in mind, I installed that mod before we had this guy join us. Can you not walk that way? Okay, we tamed it. Let's go inside though. Run, run, run. Oh wow, that thing's fast. Nice. So I was trying to train this thing, and before we get into our dilemma, we have our next raid, which is hopefully going to attack these Scythers. Looks like these guys actually don't care about the Scythers. They are hell-bent on attacking us, which is fine. Which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. They're gonna have to blink outside though, which is 12 mana. Elemental Origin is 60, then blink back inside, which is 12 more. Let's do that. It's gonna be all their mana, but that's alright. Transversal outside. Move down here. Elemental Origin on an area where there's a bunch of plants, like here. Like here's good, I think. And you guys get them, and then transversal back inside. Cool. Now you go rest, because you're sick now. Got some explosives going on here. One of them has flash grenades. That's not the explosive. This person has high explosive grenades. Ah, and they're down. Nice. We did also max out the duration of these things. We put 3 points in a Words of Binding, so they are going to last the max duration. Although it looks like they are all knocked out. These raiders are beastly. Well, it looks like quite a few of them are tough. Zincanon's tough. This dude's a Killian, which is a really solid god trait. And he's a Shadowbringer. This person might not be that bad, actually. They don't really have any patches for melee, but they have a lowered incoming damage, plus a Killian gives them armor, plus they're a Rockman, so they're more tanky. Overweight does lower their global work speed, though. I don't know what the Shadowbringer class is, but I would like to find out. Let's use Shadow Strike on them. Not hit them too much, I think. Looks like they can take a beating though. Holy cow. We hit them really hard. We got them with Nightshade Toxin though pretty good. They're in extreme pain. It's still taking on them, so it might actually knock them out. Oh, it did. Wait, can we summon them inside? Then arrest. Arrest. Ooh, wow, that's OP. First aid. Hopefully the toxin doesn't kill them. Oh, they have toxic tissue in their brain. I think we can fix that with our Blood Mage, but I'm not sure. Shadow Strike on this guy? This person. And they're running. See if we can knock any of them out. Zincanon was the dude that was about to go down. He might actually still go down, because, yeah, he's got 5 hours. Blood loss is 15. Oh, yeah, he's gonna go down, like, any second. Like, once he gets to 60. 61, maybe? There he goes. So we captured both the Rockmen. One of them, Tolanon, is going to be exceptionally useful to Shadowbringer or Killian. And Zincanon can be used as kind of a bullet sponge. He's tough and has 6 shooting, 10 melee. These guys down here are going to be running into these Scythers, because I did set up kind of a funnel for them to have to walk through this area. And it looks like we're not going to have to do anything for today's raid. Or maybe we will. Spriv actually is making it in by the looks of it. Which is kind of unfortunate, because these raiders do explode when you kill them. And we got a prosthetics drop and a poor weapons drop. I'm not sure why we got 2 things. We have 4 implants, and some animals have been driven mad. Blink out here and close these doors. That's the main thing. We have 4 implants that I can see that are all awful quality. The quality on this one doesn't seem like it's affecting it too much. Oh, it's a bionic eye that's only 60% efficient, but it does lower aiming time and rage cooldown, so I'm not sure the trade-off of that. The zoom increases medical 10 quality, 10 speed, and shooting accuracy as well, but it's less efficient. And yeah, those implants overall do suck. And alright, so we're just gonna fast forward to the next day's raid, which is a meteor storm. These guys are going to steal what they can and leave. I guess there was some stuff outside. A Persona laser SMG. Did not see that. But yeah, there's a laser SMG outside, I guess. While this raid is going on though, there's going to be a meteor storm. And these guys are stealing Dryadic kidneys. Okay, that's fine. And what are they doing tunneling here? Are they just going to leave? Okay, it looks like they're actually leaving. I'm not sure exactly what they stole. I know it was 5 Dryadic kidneys and a Persona laser SMG, which is a really good weapon. As far as our reward today, we got an animal drop, which is this Preta that has a value of 400 base, which really sucks. It's another animal that's a part of the Rim Megami Tensei mod, but this one actually eats kibble, whereas our other one does not, and that's kind of a predicament that we have right now, which is we need to feed this thing. It says it will only eat processed foods, which basically is chocolate, beer, and mead, and that's pretty much it for my testing. Aside from some modded foods, like with vanilla cooking expanded, we can actually make it simple desserts by using these fruit. We don't have that many berries left on our map, but we should be able to feed it for a few days at least. Also, we did get a solar flare that shuts down all electrical devices, but ancient technology is not affected by solar flare. Only our lights are. So yeah, we don't really care about that. And actually our geothermal plant operates more efficiently during solar flare incidents. So it should be supplying some extra power to these batteries. Although it is kind of worrying that they're low, we might be using too much power. And I think if we lose power to the Sheen tailoring pod, the operation does fail, although it does end in only 8 hours. So we are about to find out what superpowers Ezekiel is going to have after that, or if it does fail. And alrighty, the magic moment, it was successful. Ezekiel got laser eyes, which I think is one of the better ones. He can shoot powerful beams of energy from his eyes. I wonder if we can matter phase him into the wall and then he could shoot lasers from the walls. That could be kind of cool. He is easily bored, so he drops recreation at 2 times the speed. That is not difficult to manage. We will need more recreation sources though, because the more they do a certain type of recreation, the more bored they get of that. All the recreation sources we have right now are dexterity or cerebral play. There's other types of recreation sources, but we have no way to build them right now. We need to start doing some random research. We can have skilling start working on that, I guess. Although I don't know why I made a simple research bench. We have the tools to be able to make a high-tech one. Let's just pop a high-tech one like right here. Speaking of superpowers, there's also this crypto sleep sarcophagus that we have not opened yet. We still have 5 minutes till the next raid. We do kind of need to build some traps and set up some extra defenses for that maybe. And I actually just realized Ezekiel does have 9 crafting, so they can start making us these turret packs. You need 6 crafting in order to make them, and no one else was able to make them, but that will help us out for the next raid maybe. We can give one over to Blastin, and whenever she shadow strikes in, those turret packs I think behave like just normal turrets, and they'll shoot at whatever she's, you know, fighting. But yeah, I do kind of want to prioritize setting up some spike traps, but we just don't have that much steel in reserve. We only have 450 steel from what I can see, and we need most of that for a high-tech research bench. We still don't have that much extra materials, so like maybe we'll just YOLO it with the next raid, just coming in 3 minutes. I have kind of a cool method on how we should be able to knock this thing out, but I think we should wait till after this next raid, which we should hopefully be able to deal with pretty quick if we just use elemental origin and have the plants deal with it. I don't want to let these things come into our turret room because they could have grenades. They should have grenades, I think, because it's a sentinel faction and they always come with grenades. We're gonna get this girl out here and use elemental origin on these 3 tree things. Hopefully she can make it back in. Just run this way, I guess. That's fine. She can blink back inside. Hopefully these guys just grenade themselves. Yeah, I'm seeing that's what they're doing. That's good. Yes, grenade yourselves. She could maybe run back in. We wouldn't have to waste mana on blink. These things are very good at drawing aggro, the looks of it. Maybe we don't worry about it. It's just for transversal inside. Okay, she's good. Meanwhile, these guys are maybe gonna grenade our base. I'm not sure. If they grenaded our walls, that would be bad. So we're gonna get blasted in our shadow class over here to get ready to take out their grenaders. Or they're gonna leave. Perfect. So that's pretty much 2 free raids that we just got, which is awesome. They did cost a lot of skillings mana. She has Arcane Weakness drained, but we do have 3 mana pots we could give her if we do need that for the next raid. As far as our reward for that raid, we got a leather drop. And these guys had some spacer kits, which I believe should have some spacer ammo inside them. We'll get someone useless out here to strip them for that. I'm not seeing that many dead raiders. I think they might have just blown themselves up with grenades. Like I'm seeing just this dude pretty much. He had 49 spacer ammo, and that's pretty much all I'm seeing actually. Yeah, I think they pretty much just blew themselves up, which is fine. We do need spacer ammo for this excellent shotgun, which I went over earlier, but this thing is really powerful. We could actually shoot at this casket and it will blow up, and then a bunch of heat will potentially give this guy heat stroke. We could use that method. Let's also use blood sacrifice, just in case we need to use blood for blood and drain this dude's blood. So Isaac's gonna start gaining some blood. Yeah, let's use this method. Oh, I actually did not, it's blood for blood. I don't know what this guy's doing, he's just standing there. He's deaf. It's not here where he's getting shot from. I don't know what the heck is going on with this guy. He is Odyssean and he's scientific, which increases his research speed. This guy would be amazing. And this guy just has an EMP launcher, so we don't even care about him shooting at us really. Let's use blood sacrifice one more time. We need some more blood for blood for blood. There we go. Blood for blood now. Don't think this kills him. Well, they did get an injury. His blood loss severe. This will give him like 50% blood loss. That might be too much. Super turret pack. We're just gonna take that off. And I think we should be able to use blood for blood. I don't think he'll die from this. It's gonna be kind of close though. We're gonna have to get in there and first aid him. No, just first aid him. Crap. I'm messing this up. Cancel that door. First aid. Can't first aid him for some reason. Loss is extreme at 91. The injury actually went away, so we sucked out his bleeding injury, I guess. Okay, well, I'm glad I didn't F that up and we were able to capture that dude. We need to put him in his own prisoner cell. We got a lot of prisoners right now that we're trying to manage. We could actually use this as a prisoner cell. And yeah, I think that's what we'll do. We'll just leave him in this room. I don't even know if we're going to clean it. We want his mood to go down because that will make converting him easier. And we do need to convert him from School of Isolation first before we can recruit him. But yeah, so Odyssean does increase his global work speed by 50% and his global learning rate by 400%. This is the learning god trait where they can pretty much learn anything. And yeah, they're going to learn research really fast. They can also do shooting and they can learn that pretty fast. They're a master medic as well, so they could be our full-time medic and they could also learn that really fast. And scientific does increase their research speed and hacking speed. So this dude will be our full-time researcher pretty much. And as far as the superpowers, he does have telepathy, which is one of the better ones, I think. He can snap a friend out of a mental break, and he can make an enemy go berserk. I'm not sure if you need line of sight for that, but yeah, that seems really good. And then dark vision, he doesn't get any darkness penalty or mood debuff for being in the dark. That's not that great. He's also deaf. He cannot hear. I'm not sure if that means we can't convert him or how that works, but then he's also easily bored, loses recreation at 2 times the speed, just like Ezekiel. So yeah, we need some extra recreation sources, keep these people happy, but overall, those are some pretty good weaknesses. So the next day's raid is almost here, and it's by the Reapers, which I think are pretty powerful. Okay, they're coming in from kind of an awkward side. I wanted Skilling to get out here to summon some plants. Looks like that might not happen though. We might have to, we just use Elemental Origin in here. And I set an area outside, and I'm gonna send the elementals outside. Keep forgetting they're not plants, they're elementals that she's summoning from plants. So yeah, we'll have Blast and help these guys. We'll use Shadow Strike on maybe this guy. He's not on a barrier. So we can take him out. And that dude actually is down. I'm gonna let these guys just go to wherever they wanted. I set it to unrestricted now since they got outside. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna be able to finish off this raid. They're pretty much out of their duration or whatever. A pawn joint for our random reward, and it's actually a Thrumkin. It's a Technomancer Thrumkin, which is really useful actually. And we have a Horn implant that we can install into them, which increases their manipulation by 10%. So it looks like we encountered our first Immortal. One of the raiders from the Alanian faction that attacked us earlier was Immortal by the looks of it. We're just gonna try to knock him out. And there he goes. So he is dead right now, but he has Immortality 1, which is like kind of a medium tier of mortality, I think. So he should come back in like, I want to say half a day, maybe a day. Dude's stats don't look especially good. Like he is an Insomniac, so he doesn't need to sleep much, but it lowers all of his stats by a lot. Like his global work speed and his movement speed. He's an Explorer though, so he would be good on a caravan because he gets extra forage food and lower hunger rate. And since he's immortal, if we were able to capture him, we could perform experiments on him. And I don't think he can die from them. We could try it out. Well, I brought him inside, and we're gonna see, oh, we got a poaching group. They're gonna poach and leave, I guess, which is kind of lame because we got orbital bombardment with this event, and orbital bombardment is gonna fall on the entire map. And I think it would have killed them probably, maybe, I'm not really sure, but either way it's gonna be a free raid, I guess. Yeah, they're just dipping, like they don't care. They grabbed some dead elementals and like some corpses, I think, and they just left. Our reward is weaken next wave. It's only a 385 threat point raid next time, which is 3 junior agents and 2 agents. We could summon it early and there's a 98% chance of getting a 4th reward, but we can't choose the reward, and we kind of need extra time because we're still trying to recruit 5 prisoners, I guess. And meanwhile on the map, I sent a caravan with Blaston and Ezekiel up to this Viking colony, and they're actually ready to attack. Had them just kind of chill for little bits. The Nahobino is completely out of food though, and it has malnutrition moderate. If this gets to 100%, then it will die. It's at 41. And I think at 80, it will get knocked out. So we're gonna hope that we can find some beer here before it gets to 80% malnutrition. So Blaston and Ezekiel made it to the Viking colony. It looks like there's a lot of dudes here. I don't know what these guys are doing, and like this dude out here. One ability I've not gone over is Laser Eyes. We're gonna use that on him, and holy cow. Dude's torso got shredded, 350 damage. That ability only has a 1-hour cooldown as well. So yeah, that thing's really strong. Note to self, do not piss off Ezekiel and keep him in a really good mood. But yeah, I don't really care about raiding these guys and like finishing them off. I just want to find the beer and get out of here. So we're gonna try to kind of evade them and not draw too much aggro if at all possible. And if they would allow us to just sneak into this room. Looks like they're attacking us actually. They're not allowing us to sneak into the room. Let's use Shadow Strike on like this dude in the back. Just change up our location for a second. Alright, we can blink out of there. And wait for laser eyes to come back up, which actually it's up. Holy cow. That just caused a massive lag spike. I don't know what that was. We just evaporated the entire dock area. That used to be a dock, right? Good lord. Okay, back off. And we could send in our Naho Bino to kind of just draw aggro and tank for a little bit. So that thing's pretty useless right now. We don't have it trained up. Or we could just send them the animals down this way. We got our Mega Sloth, Alpaca, and Naho Bino here. We don't really want them to get hurt because we want them to be able to carry stuff back. Okay, so Laser Eyes is almost off cooldown. It's going to be back in a bit. We got another Shadow Strike coming up as well. Just got to be a little bit careful here. Just kind of draw them away from the animals, maybe. Blastin does have Shadow Strike up momentarily. Oh, they don't have stamina though for it. Laser Eyes is up. Let's use Laser Eyes like right here. Holy cow, that guy got lit up by it. That ability is insane. Let's see, how do we do this? Blast and just keep running, I guess. We could Shadow Strike soon. Like we could just attack them, I guess. There we go. The Naho Bino actually is in combat. Ezekiel could help out too, he has Phase Strike. Oh, needs a melee weapon to use it though. She's not taking any damage and she knocked that person out. Nice. Shadow Strike onto this dude. Sure, that dude. They're all chasing around the Naho Bino. Oh, and they're running. We destroyed their base. Okay. I mean, we have a Viking base now. We should actually arrest this person and then kill them. Maybe capture them if they're good. They're a scrapper class. Lowers incoming damage by oh, they're dead. They got killed by the toxin. Well, you guys can explore this base. I don't think we can actually take it over because I think it will reset the wave timer. And like, I don't think we can move our base. On the patch note page, they said they added support for multi-bases or something like that recently, but I don't know. I was doing a little testing and I couldn't really figure out how to make that work. I was trying to settle in a new vaults and couldn't really do it without resetting the wave timer. So yeah, I don't really care about any of this stuff in here. The main thing is I want the beer, and I want ways to manufacture beer, which I'm not seeing any of that just yet. A lot of meals in here. A lot of meals in here, actually. Holy cow. And yeah, it's actually really good that I didn't summon that raid early, because this is giving us plenty of time to explore this base, which we otherwise would not be able to do. Nothing in there that we care about. And yeah, we want to just explore this as fast as we can and then get the heck out of here. Oh, here we go. 150 beer, there we go. And we got a lot of fermenting barrels, which we don't have the tech for yet. It's a really low tier tech, but I'm using random research and there's no guarantees that we ever get that tech. But yeah, I'm just trying to see if there's anything else in these rooms, which I'm guessing there's not really gonna be. Should just divide and conquer here. There's a lot of rooms actually. There's some more gear up here as well. Let's just blink up here. Let's just get around here quicker. Should claim this entire base too. Claim everything just so it's easier to, you know, maneuver around. I don't have to keep claiming every door. And this structure is actually completely walled in. It's odd. Not sure what's up with that. We got a good plasteel guarding armor, 122% protection. It lowers like dodge or something I saw. Research plate armor. Okay, sure. Keep exploring Ezekiel. Look in that room. Look in that room as well. We got some other stuff in here. We'll look over this gear later. I'm seeing like an excellent shield. But I think when we leave, we can just grab everything. So we don't have to worry about checking out the gear just yet. Somebody's in minor break too, which I'm kind of worried about. Got some stone blocks in here and stuff. We can bring that back to base. Can always use that stuff. Oh, and Ezekiel has matter phasing. We can phase through this wall. It's such a useless ability though, almost. It's so useless. He's now phased into the wall. Okay, just knock your way out. We can't even see what's in there. I'm guessing he's in like the mountain right now. No, he's not even in the mountain. He's literally in the room, but we can't see it. Okay, that ability really sucks. Unless I'm just not finding the right purpose for it. But yeah, I'm thinking we explored everything. And now we can reform caravan and grab all the beer. Might as well just grab all the weapons. We don't really have any gray melee weapons, I think, from what I remember back at base. Golden throwing axe, whoa, has a really high value. Some armor that has really high value. Demon scale is really good material, I think. I think it has like magical properties of some kind. Field smithies, field stoves, we can deconstruct that stuff. We have a lot of carrying capacity, so might as well just grab everything that we can. 16 fermenting barrels, that'd be really good for our Naho Beano to be able to make food for it in the future. So the raid's here, and I did open up a way in. I would like to just use these turrets as kind of a distraction. Why is Isaac not shooting at that guy? You have a line of sight, don't you? Should. It's odd that he doesn't have line of sight here, and they're shooting at him. Yikes. Why is he not shooting at them, but they're shooting at him? I don't understand that. Well, he's bleeding and he's gaining blood meter, so that's good. We can use blood for blood in a second here. Let's use that on that guy. Okay, he's not going to cast it. Oh, yikes. I don't know what skilling's doing out here. I don't know. I'm migrating this really bad. Dude, Isaac's being a moron. Like, that was really weird. Maybe a shotgun doesn't have that much. No, it has a lot of range, actually. I don't know what that was all about. That was strange. We'll have to suck the blood out of one of our prisoners, I guess. Yeah, we'll just suck this guy's blood, maybe. Yeah, he is full blood. Blood for blood on this guy. That'll be fine. That was odd. I don't understand that mechanic where, like, they're shooting at us, but we can't shoot at them. So wave 17 is here, and these waves are getting really hard. I don't really know exactly how we deal with this. We just knock someone out, I think. And okay, there's our Shadow Strike gone. I don't know exactly what we do here. But we'll try to get into Obsequial, Phase Strike outside, hit this deer, which is unfortunate for that deer. Do we have an angle here? Just get an angle. Angle. We got it. Nice, and they're running. Yes. I don't know how much damage we did to our walls. Some of them are actually Phase Strike onto the deer. Holy crap. You got ripped up there, dude. That was brutal. We did get a random person that joined us, and they are a Dustbringer, which is a really good class, and they can do fighting stuff. Maybe this person will save us. On the bright side, with those raiders, they were pretty high tier, and they had some nice stuff like this Recon Power Armor Helmet. And our Blood Mage actually does not mind wearing tainted gear, so we'll give that over to him. Plus, they had like some marine gloves and boots. Well, I'm seeing marine gloves. They probably have boots as well, though, on someone. But yeah, as far as our walls, this one's at 12%. I don't think we're going to prioritize repairing that one. This one, though, is at 23. When you repair that, why does it take out his hammer and repair that? We need to get Carlin a hammer as well. Carlin's a Technomancer who does have the ability to auto-repair nearby stuff with their Techno Bit, and we're specking into that hardcore. Okay, this is actually not repair. This one improves crafting, construction, and mining speed, whereas this one will repair stuff and improves repair speed. Let's prioritize repair, I think, because we're going to be repairing our outer walls pretty much full time with them by the looks of it. And yeah, we have a fat freaking raid coming up. Wait, this is good. We got a Black Hive attack, which is a fat one, by the way. And I was thankfully able to summon this raid early. And we got a Psychic ship that's a 4,600 threat point Psychic ship. So yeah, that's the threat point size of this Black Hive attack as well, I think. But yeah, I think this Black Hive attack will definitely take out the raid. Well, I'm not really sure. If I had to guess, it's really anyone's game at this point because these raiders do have double HP. Yeah, their torso has 72 on this regular human, I think. It's not quite double, but it's pretty much freaking putting up a fight against these insects, good lord. We could use someone out here to aggro the mechs to these guys. And we could actually use laser eyes on these dudes when they're all grouped up like that. Should maybe get Ezekiel out here. I did find out that Phase Strike actually be casted on anything. We don't need to cast it on a specific thing. And yeah, it's looking like these insects loose. Let's Phase Strike out here. Laser eyes on these guys. And get the heck out of here. Summon him inside if we can. Or I don't know, these guys aren't running, and we didn't even do much damage. Okay, there we go, they're finally running now. We have the ability to call List Squad and call Fleet Support. I think we just got 2 rewards for that. Now let's see what's remaining of these guys. None of them got knocked out. I've noticed with the Storyteller, it does not knock out many people. They only really get knocked out to blood loss. And we just got a bunch of arrow fleets that joined us. Huh. So with wave 20 we lucked out and it is a logging raid. I might have to uninstall the event that adds in logging and poaching raids because yeah, that's like the 4th or 5th wave I feel like that's been completely free. I think for future runs I will uninstall this mod and I might actually do that after this wave. And the anima tree has died. Oh, that's what we needed. Everyone was already in a pretty bad mood, but there was an anima tree over here. One thing I should also do is look over these guys to see if any of them are good, by the way. We could summon one of them inside and like suck out their blood. Revians are exceptionally good fighters, and they could have one of their leaders here. They're all leaving with the wood though once they chop it, so we don't have much time. This person's got 20 melee. We should try to get Wolf in here maybe. Let's try to Shadow Strike Wolf and see if we can do some damage to her. What the hell? What was that explosion? I think enemies explode on death or something, probably. Ah, well, that was lucky that she didn't die to that explosion, good lord. We'll just have her shadow walk it off, if you will. This girl, Emerald Crusher, is an Ice Mage. Should be really good. Summon her inside. And then blink out. Run and run. Oh, she got hit immediately in the head. Yikes. Let's sacrifice though. It's gonna be hard to walk that one off. Oh man, they're tunneling in. Blood for blood on this person. I stun them. Oof. Blood for blood. Suck their blood, then run this way. But that actually might work. Blow loss moderate. Blaston's really injured. They have no mana though, so we have to actually just tend them up. Oh, we knocked this person out. Nice. They blow loss extreme. We need to tend up Blaston. That's like our main priority right now. The fuck? Wait, they got their head destroyed. So our immortal just died, I think. Pretty sure there's no coming back from that, from this guy. It kind of sucks too, because we just converted them. As far as these Rockman guys, they are both converted. We just need to recruit them now. Everything is just kind of taking a long time because a lot of our tasks are just kind of stacking up. We just have a lot more to do now. Like, we have 6 prisoners now. Sidoran is actually about to join us. We converted them to our ID Legion, and they have no resistant will. And so we'll have a really good researcher once they join us. But yeah, tasks are just stacking up. Our Naobino got chemical damage to the brain. It's now only 50% efficient. It's got all these other health problems as well. It's been pretty much permanently blacked out because we've been having to feed it beer, and its malnutrition is still actually trivial. We need to find a different food source than beer, but for now, that's all we can feed it. I actually don't know how we get out of this loop where it's just permanently blacked out, because beer does not provide that much nutrition. I don't think a creature can just live off of beer. So yeah, the Naobino is not proving to be that useful. We did spend quite a bit of effort trying to get that thing beer too, so that's pretty lame. I will say on the bright side, wave 21 is delayed. That was our reward, which was a really good one. Probably the best reward we could have asked for. So for this next raid, I'm considering changing my settings for RimWorld and Magic. I'm using challenge me mode. The only thing I change is AI mage marking and fighter marking, and that just marks people if they're casters. I'm considering turning off aggressive AI casting though, because once you start getting into larger raids, the AI just constantly casts, and every time they cast, it will kind of interrupt you in a way. We'll keep aggressive AI casting on for this raid, and I'll show you guys what I mean. We've had about 3.5 days to just kind of chill, and it's been really nice. Before this raid, we're going to wake up these mechs and teleports away. And we're gonna hope that these raiders will aggro on these mechs. We have 2 mech clusters now, and the raiders seem like they'll only aggro on it if they come from the side that the mech cluster's on. But there is 2 mech clusters to the north, so if they come from the north, then we're good. But yeah, we're going to wake up these guys as well and get ready to fleeting light the heck out of here. Why are we shooting at the boomalope? Okay, she hit the boomalope. We can't shoot at this thing for some reason. I don't really know why. There we go. We didn't know line of sight for some reason. Fleeting light out. Ooh. That was close. Did she get hit? Machine get hit. There was an immortal that got back up and it got a crack off on her. That's why she's injured a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna send her back inside. And the raid's coming in 40 seconds. I do want to kind of try to catch you guys up to speed on what I've been doing. We enslaved the Revian Ice Mage, and she has this buff Soothing Aura, which is not applying to herself right now for some reason. But essentially, if she passes by someone, it will give them Soothing Breeze, which increases their consciousness and all their stats, and lowers their tiredness, so they don't need to sleep that much. And gives them a moodlet buff as well. 4 moodlet buff right now. And here we go. Oh, they're actually coming in from the northeast. Perfect. These guys are really powerful. They have their natural armor increased by 50%. So if we could get Ezekiel out there to use laser eyes on them. Let's try to get over here though with phase strike. Teleport outside. We gotta decide like which ones do we want to hit. Like if we could hit this cluster right here, that'd be great. It's just there's some line of sight issues. So phase strike, yeah, if you can see my cast is getting interrupted. Okay, that didn't work for some reason. He needs a melee weapon to use that skill. Well, Blastin has a melee weapon. Let's give him this hatchet. And crap, it looks like we're not gonna be able to use them as cover. 11 of the raiders got killed, and 3 of them are going for these other mechs. I don't know how many need to die before they run, but I don't think that many more. I got skilling to summon these elementals, and we sent them out. And then we're gonna have Ezekiel try to use them as cover. Laser eyes there. Nice. Hit, and then summon them back inside. Let's use Shadow Strike one more time. I actually didn't mean to click on that guy. That's fine though. Kill 2 of them, if you can. 30 out of 34. Oh, there we go, they're fleeing. So after that raid, our laser eyes guy, Ezekiel, had a catatonic breakdown. And Sidrian, with his calm telepathy ability, can cure pretty much any mental breakdown except for that one. So I'd say that's pretty unlucky. Also, we captured one of the robots. I saw this dude outside who was downed, which is very rare. This guy kind of sucks overall. Magnetic increases his mining ability, I guess. Some other stats, but yeah, overall, he's not that great. I think they have built-in armor though, and we have our raid coming literally now. And Carlin got food poisoning from our cook. We gotta dump everyone's meals. We're gonna start getting chain food poisoning in a second here, which is not good because yeah, we got our raid coming. Looks like about 3 of them are gonna go for these mechs, but the rest of them are gonna go for our main area. And we do have a way we can kind of help deal with this raid. We have this quest we can accept. I'm just gonna have this guy join us, and we need to summon him inside if we want to see Blastin. Can you summon him before he gets injured? Is he gonna get injured? I got hit once, but overall he's good. Well, he's alive. As far as his stats, he's actually not that good by the looks of things. Could just toss him into the gene tailoring pod. Well, we don't actually have enough power for that right now. And yeah, things are looking pretty bad for today's raid. Well, these guys all have sniper rifles too. That's one thing that is with today's raid. All enemies get a sniper. And here comes the Empire hunting Basilios, and it's a 5200 threat point Empire raid. Yeah, it looks like these guys are gonna fight the Empire, which is really good for us. Well, this person is a demon prince, by the way, which is one of the demon leaders. It's really beastly. They're not that good though as far as their traits. And yeah, this is gonna be a lag fest. I'm seeing some rocket launchers on these Empire guys, so hopefully they'll, you know, use those and kill these demons and then do some friendly fire as well with it. I'm seeing a plasma sword over here. Fine plasma sword. Let's steal that. Chitin impact axe. It's a really good weapon. And the Imperials are gonna steal what they can and leave. That's these guys. Oh, and somebody jacked that plasma sword. That's lame. Okay, as far as our base, oh, Isaac's still repairing like a champ. It's cool. There's a lot of people knocked out over here actually. It's pretty rare that these guys are running. We're getting caravan arrival for beating this wave. But we got the reward on our last raid and they did not come because we're not friends with any factions, I think. But it looks like the Empire did win and they're not gonna beat on our walls, I guess. Oof. Or maybe not actually. It looks like they actually are gonna steal what they can and leave. Very nice. So we're just kind of barely hanging on, and we got a bit of a break today by the looks of it. These raiders are going to be attacking the mechs. There's 51 of them. So our main problem right now is we're completely out of food, but I did just change our ID Legion over. With 20 development points, I was able to get Tainted Apparel to Don't Care, Tattered Apparel to Don't Care, and Cannibalism to Acceptable, so we can now eat raiders and butcher them up and use their bones to make spike traps out of if we need. So that was pretty huge. But yeah, people are starving right now. Like Carlin is starving. Pretty sure Ezekiel is starving. Yeah, we just ran out of food though, so it's not like been an ongoing issue. But yeah, we're trying to get Isaac to butcher up some bodies, and no one can really cook. That's like another issue. Our highest cooking in the colony right now is 3, I think. Yeah, these guys are beating on our walls. I'm hoping it's not gonna matter though. We could actually get our shadow over here to use shadow strike on them. This will just expedite their running process. So I'm pretty sure they will run once they get killed by the mechs. Okay, these guys absolutely own the mechs. We do have a new ability with Isaac though, Ignite Blood, and I'm hoping this is gonna be pretty effective here. We kind of gotta let these guys come inside. These elementals are about to go down. Come back inside a little bit. We need to actually get out of the blood because it's gonna do a chain reaction. Here we go. Ignite Blood, and then it's gonna go a chain reaction on Isaac. Summon him. Wrong ability, summon Isaac. Oh no. I summoned him. I clicked it. It's got a long cast time though. Oh no! Isaac. He's gonna get cooked alive by his own ability. How does it feel to die by the hands of your own creation, Isaac? Oh, we summoned him. No, we're good. Wait, that's amazing. That like worked out really well. And yeah, remember this ability knocks people out really easily. So it might actually just carry us hardcore. So these raiders are actually breach raiders and they're going to attack from the east. They're going to try to breach our walls, which is kind of a good thing. We have 2 layers of vault walls out here. And I'm not sure how tanky they're going to be against these weapons that they're using. I don't know what these guys are doing, by the way. They're not doing anything. Like, we don't have to do this, but it's so laggy. It's like unbearably laggy. Let's just go for it. Phase strike. Laser eyes into the mass. Holy, summon him in. I can't summon. Is it going? Oh no, he's getting casted on. Oh, we got him in though. So he did get casted on. He got poisoned. Moderate poison though, it's not so bad I think. His right kidney was destroyed. Oh, they're coming for Isaac too. Ignite blood, like there. Give line of sight, and then blast and start summoning him. We don't have range. Oh no. Isaac got hit by something. Summon. Oh god. He has good armor, so he should be okay for now. Almost in rage. I messed this up bad. Oh, those guys are fleeing. Nice. So they're not going to cast anything else. That's the main thing. And okay, the raid's here. Please attack from the northwest. The west might be okay, actually. There's another mech cluster on our map. Another psychic ship droner. One thing I think I never should have done with this run is lower the amount of time between raids. Like, I lowered it from 1.2 days to 1, which I think was really stupid. Do keep in mind, at the start, it's pretty easy, but you're supposed to use that time to prepare for the future raids type of deal. Yeah, it does appear they lost. A lot of them got knocked out over here. I think that might have been from friendly fire. I'm not sure what the heck's going on, but we should maybe choose like one of them to yeah, we're not gonna be able to get out here to retrieve them. So wave 29 is here, and this Rockman guy Tolanon actually might have some synergy with the Blood Mage. He can make corpses explode, and he can make people bleed as well, but it has to be in melee range kind of. So Delirium like here, I guess. There we go. So these things are all going to hemorrhage blood as well as him. We need to teleport him out of there. We have no mana for summon though. He might be dead, to be honest. Oh, maybe not. He's okay. By the looks of it. They're coming in. Get ready to summon Isaac out. Oh my goodness. Run. Oh no, it's going to be insane. I gotta try to focus here. Blast and summon. Do you have enough mana? You almost have enough mana. I can't really click, like it's hard for me to click. It's just, these guys are fleeing. Oh and yeah, when they die, they summon these little spite revenants, but they're not that hostile. So the next raid is spawning in right next to these mechs, and there's not that many mechs left. It's an Empire raid, so it's really fat. So the Empire did win, and now they're at our walls. One thing we do have going for us though is there's a lot of blood from the Dryads. They casted something, but we got the ignite blood off is the main thing. And let the fireworks go. Isaac actually didn't get hurt that bad from the blood, because there wasn't that much there. Because yeah, it's not enough, I guess, for this raid. We could have Tolnon come in here and do corpse explosion, I guess. Corpses near the target have a chance to explode. Do that. Oh god, they're making it in. We just have to do it. Do we even get the casting and work? I think that's it. Yeah, I think they made it in. I don't even know how many more of these guys have to get killed. One thing I will say is a lot of these are robots, I think. I might uninstall the robot raids for the next run, because these things are nasty if they are robots. Oh, and wait, they're running? So we do survive this raid, but I think I'm gonna end this run here, because with RimWorld Magic on aggressive casting, with some of the fatter raids, like the 145 tribal raid that we got earlier, it was extremely laggy. I could just disable aggressive AI casting, but that kind of ruins the balance of this run. Although I do have an idea on how I could balance it, but I want to start with those settings from the very beginning. That being said, in the next run, I'm not gonna be using a RimWorld Magic. I have a pretty cool theme run for that. And yeah, with that, I want to thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next one.